Hi, it's Anne here, and today's video is my monthly buys and buys video. So if you're following along with this series, what I'm doing is every month I do a roundup, like a collective haul of everything that I've bought that month, and then I'll do a collective, or I guess just my empties, and I do it all in one video so I can see what's coming into my collection and what's going out in my collection every month. I've also set up a couple of rules for myself, so the previous month's empty value becomes the next month's budget. So if I used up $70 in January, my budget for February is $70, and it's a rolling total. So if there is anything left over, which I think has happened once so far this year, then it just adds to the next month's budget. So you might have noticed, again, if you're following along with the series, that I missed the month of July. Just one of those summers. Things are busy. I think I've done this before where I've done my empties as like a collective empties, or my haul as a collective haul previous years, just because July gets a bit crazy. It gets hard to film things at the end of the month. So this is a 2-month collective haul and collective empties. So strap in. There's a lot. Got a giant box. I did do a birthday haul as well, so that's a part of this. I'm gonna fly through those products, I hope, and we're gonna more focus on the empty side and the things that I bought in August as well that weren't part of that video. I can't remember if I mentioned these in any of my videos, but I did do a Bath & Body Works. I think I did a couple purchases in the springtime, and in one of them in July I did buy 2 products. I think I might have mentioned this. I bought the Beach Nights Fine Fragrance Mist, which reminded me a little bit of the Bonfire Bash. It definitely has like that marshmallow type scent. The notes are toasted marshmallow, sea salt breeze, s'mores accord, beach driftwood, and creamy vanilla. So actually I'm wearing this today. I do like this scent. I find the Fine Fragrance Mists are nice, but they don't last. They don't last at all. But I kind of like them because they are a little bit softer, so I don't feel like I'm drowning in scent sometimes when I use them. And then I did pick up a mini of the Warm Vanilla Sugar Body Lotion. I'd love to get more of this, but it's like never on sale. So I need to find like times to buy, like not just this thing, but like the line. Like I do want to get a Fine Fragrance Mist. I'd prefer to get a mini. We never have the minis in Canada. I feel like we very rarely have, we never get all of the scents in minis anyway, at least from what I've seen. I'd prefer to get a mini in the Fine Fragrance Mist, and I'd really like to get maybe a body cream and maybe a shower gel in this. I don't know. I kind of want more in the Warm Vanilla Sugar. It's where I'm kind of leaning these days, is that warm, soft vanilla. So the mist cost me $4.47, and the moisturizer cost me $1.76. I did do a purchase at Sephora, and mostly that was because I put some stuff in the recent giveaway that just passed. Congrats to the winner. But one of the things I did, and I also picked up my birthday gift at that time, so I picked up the Laura Mercier. This was the set with the translucent loose setting powder and the caviar stick eyeshadow. I don't know what color it is. I think I just have the powder in here. Yeah, I have the eye pencils with my makeup. I've used the eye pencil quite a few times, quite like it. Excited to try the powder again. I haven't tried the powder in years, so that will be nice to try. And I also picked up the Inky Peptide Moisturizer. This is just the box. I have the actual product in my bathroom. I've been using this for a little while. Don't mind it. I don't know if I love it, but I don't mind it. And then I'm including this. So when I purchased that Sephora order, I got like a samples kit of a bunch of different foundations. Everything was mostly like blister pack things, but this is kind of substantial, so I thought I'd put this in. This was the KDB Lock-It Setting Powder in Translucent. I've never tried this before, so again, excited to try that. So my purchase from Sephora was pretty small. Again, those 2 makeup items were free, and then this was full price at, I think it's $18.99. Yes. $18.99 plus tax. I actually did get a bit of PR in July. I got some skincare, and I posted that on my Instagram. It was skincare from this brand called Bow Laboratory. It's a Canadian brand. I will be doing a video on this and a review on this, so I just wanted to share that I got these items in July. I often wait and don't talk about something like this. Like when I got the youth products, I waited until I did the review to then put this in my buys and buys. I'm taking my time with this a little bit more. I want to really use the products. I've kind of incorporated it into my regular skincare, so again, a little different from Youth where I was just using those products. Again, I will do a whole video on this, and a big thank you to Bio Laboratory for sending this and being like super easy. Like, it was one of the most easy exchanges of emails that I think I've ever done so far with PR. I mean, I've only done like 3 PR things or 4 PR things, and they never set any expectation on me in terms of a video or a review or anything. They literally just like, here you go, give these a try if you like. So the items they sent me 4 different products. The first one is the ginseng root fermenting elixir. It's all serum based products that I've tried, or that I'm trying. They do have other stuff. This is the Eddie, I'm gonna mispronounce this, Eddie Mion's Luminous C. It's like a vitamin C serum. This is the Lotus Squalane Healing Facial Oil. And lastly here we have the, again, I'm gonna mess this name up, Pro B5HA Full Spec Quenching Serum. So that guy right there. So 4 serums that I am currently working on, or trying out in my skincare routine. Again, I'm not sure when I'll get around to that video, but I will be doing a video on those to provide a review of them. And the rest of the stuff from July was from that Sephora, or no, not Sephora, Shoppers Drug Mart haul. I'm going to mention the items here, but if you really want to see the items, and I'll talk about all of it, but I'm just going to fly through these as fast as possible. So, it's a huge mess in here. So I've got the L'Oreal Lumi Bronzing, True Match Bronzing Powder. I've got the Milani Baked Blush in Rose Doro. I have the Too Faced Lady Bold Lipstick in I'm Thriving, which people are now finding at TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Winners and all those places. The L'Oreal, what is this called? L'Oreal Glow Paradise Balm and Gloss Lip Balm in Feathery Fleur. It's a mouthful. The Benefit, this has got an interesting name too, Wonderful World Blushes Box of Powder Blush for face in the shade Terra. So there's the outer packaging, and I had to repress mine because it came broken. The NARS Laguna Bronzer this is in the original Laguna shade 02. A Batiste Dry Shampoo in the brunette shade, which I've confirmed is regular size. It's just slightly different packaging, slightly different lid. Marcel Makeup Remover, Waterproof Eye Makeup Remover Pads, one of my favorite products. Monday Hair Care Moisture Shampoo. I actually just saw that Emily from Emily and Max also tried this shampoo. She didn't really like it, but it sounds like we have different hair, so see how it goes for me. I've used it a few times, but again, we'll provide a review at another time. The Vichy Mineral 89, basically it's like a hyaluronic acid serum. I haven't opened this container yet, but I have used this product before. The Garnier, what's the full name on this? Ultra Lift Anti-Wrinkle Firming Eye Cream. This guy right here. And I have been using this as well. Just threw it in the box for the video. So that's what it looks like. It's a nice substantial little packaging. It's quite weighty. And that's just looks like a straight up eye cream. A NYX eyebrow brush, which is dirty because I've already been using it. The Sally Hansen Instant Cuticle Remover. This is the L'Oreal Super Slim Eyeliner, which is not waterproof, even though it said it was waterproof online. I think what they've labeled it under is not the actual right label. I think there might have been another product, but this is not that product. It's just a super slim liquid eyeliner in black. I have some Quo cotton pads, and then I got the Got2b Ultra Glued hair gel to use as eyebrow gel, which, to be honest, not super impressed by that. There's also a couple of samples. There's a couple of samples I got in both the Sephora order and the Shoppers Drug Mart order that I've included because they're just like little sample packs. That whole order, I think, totaled to around $39.95. There were a couple other items as well that I didn't include in this. They're just stuff that I bought that aren't makeup items. So it worked out to be about $2.21 per item for that haul, for all of that. So it was a really, really good deal. Some of the items were pretty expensive, and so I was kind of happy to see like the Laguna bronzer is like $50. So getting a $50, so how I did that was I used points for that order. So when I talked about Shoppers Drug Mart in my previous Buys and Buys, I talked about a $100 gift card that I had. I still have not used that gift card, so I've sort of taken it out of the math equation for the Buys and Buys for right now. So that is the end of my July buys. So let's talk about my, let's talk about the totals then, because I do have my totals for July in terms of purchases. So in total, I purchased the value is $63.06. The retail value is insane at $657.16. And that's because the serums, the total retail value of those serums is around $300, and the total value of the items that I got from Shoppers Drug Mart was just over $300. So that's why it's so high. But I also brought in 26 items. So that was a big banger of a month for items. Brought in a lot of makeup, 12 makeup items, but 8 skincare items. So it was fairly high, both in the makeup and skincare. Everything else was just like 1 or 2 here and there. So August. So let's get into August. So I didn't do any of my totals, and the things that I bought in August, I had no idea what budget I had. I just bought things. But a couple of these things, I would say over half is sort of replacement of other items. And you'll see some of the other items in my empties as well. So I feel good about what I bought. I would say there's maybe 2 things that were sort of like, well, I'd say there's really one thing that was like, I didn't really need to buy it, but I bought it. So let's get into the items. So the first thing I bought, I guess this was kind of something I didn't necessarily need to buy. This was the makeup eraser set. It's a 7-day set. So the little items are like smaller makeup erasers, and there's 7 of them. They're like this big, and there's different colors, so you can use like a different color every day. I haven't been using it like that. I only have used 2 of them so far. I actually took one of them home to my family home to use up there because I thought it would be convenient. And if you are curious, yes, these are from BoxyCharm. I got this at Winners, I think. I think everything else I bought at Winners, or most of the other stuff I bought is from Winners. And yeah, they gave us this little card in here. I don't know if you can read it. Hey Charmers, enjoy 20% off your next purchase on makeuperaser.com with Boxy20. So I don't know if that code still works, but if you want to buy something from their website, there's a code. I paid $14.99 for these, which I felt like was a little high because... But this is kind of expensive. When I was looking at it, the only place I could find a set like this was at Sephora. And what was the retail price? It was $31. I was like, wow, that's fairly pricey. I've been holding off on buying a makeup eraser. I've heard from people saying that they can be irritating. Like they found that it's almost too scratchy. So I don't know if I'll use them regularly, but I think it's a nice alternative. It's something I can use like... I kind of rotate between the different makeup removers I use, so this will just kind of go into the rotation. You'll see in my empties, I do have a matching empty for this, so this is like a replacement. I had no other hair oil products. I bought this one because it was on sale. I kind of wanted to buy the Hask hair oils, but they don't seem to sell Hask at Shoppers Drug Mart, and I never made it around to Rexall because I think that's where they sell Hask, or they used to sell the Hask hair oil, and I used to really like those, just the little small bottle. It's quite nice. But I thought I'd give this guy a try. It's from the OGX brand. I don't know if I've really tried much from this brand. This is the Coconut Milk Anti-Breakage Serum. I've used it today for the first time. And so far so good. My hair was super, super dry though, so I'm hoping it'll be good like long term. Didn't feel too thick. It had a nice texture. So I hope that's good. And that I got it a little bit on sale. I paid like $7.99 and it retails for around like $11.50. Again, some of those prices, Shoppers Drug Mart prices are not consistent. I find downtown can be more expensive than other places, but that's what it would be like if I bought it. I usually either pick the downtown price if I know the price. That's one thing that annoys me. They used to put, a lot of receipts used to have like the sale price and then you'd have like the full price next to it. They don't do that at Shoppers Drug Mart, so I never know what the full price is, which is kind of annoying. So you either have to write it down or just know what the full price is. Or I use like the online version, which for me, the online version is fairly close to the downtown price version. So something I just threw in my August purchases, but I bought this like several months ago. I think I bought it in May, maybe June, but I think it was May. It's the Equate nail polish remover, just the strengthening version. This is again a replacement because I was finishing up my other nail polish remover, which was an empty either last month or the month before. Well, it wouldn't have been last month, it would have been June. So I don't even know how much I paid for this, but I'm guessing it was like around $4 or so, $5. So yeah, I do have a nail polish remover that I forgot to include from a previous month. Picked up a couple of things at Winners. So the first thing I picked up was these Kitsch. It's the Kitsch brand, and these are the facial dermaplaners. I have a few of these. I need to actually, that's something that's missing from my empties, so it'll be in my next month empties. I had a few of these. I had a kit that had like 5 or 6. I have the last one that was sort of the last one that I was using, and I need to like get rid of it. I picked this one because there's 12 in this pack, and most packs I see have like 3 or 5, and I was like, 12 is a good deal. At least I thought it was. The price was $8.99. Again, maybe not a huge deal. Retail price, I think this is $12 on the Kitsch website. And I looked at it, pretty sure it's 12 Canadian dollars. So, I mean, wasn't a huge deal, but was it a deal? Yes. So I'm glad I picked those up. Again, it's kind of a replacement item for me because I've used up all the other little facial shavers. I shave sort of like here and here. I've got these little they're just blonde, but sometimes, especially right here, I find sometimes these ones irritate me. And I do find it's nice because it sort of exfoliates. It's more like exfoliating. And I also use them on my eyebrows. Like when I just don't feel like plucking my eyebrows, but my eyebrows seem like crazy because I get hairs that are like down here. The worst eyebrows. I get little hairs down here, and like the hair is sort of like on my eyelid almost. So I do sometimes use these for that. It's a little awkward, but that's why I like them. This is okay. Again, I've just opened one. It's fine. It's no different than the other ones that I've used. By the time this video goes up, I don't know what order I'm doing these videos, but you may or may not have seen this. I used one of these already. So this is the Ardell Natural Variety Pack. It's just a set of lashes. Again, you're going to see on the empty side, this is sort of like a replacement item for me. I keep trying to play with lashes. I prefer more natural style. So when I saw this, like anytime I see lashes at like Winners and Marshalls, they're always like the crazy big ones. And so it's like, ooh, natural kit. That's right up my alley. And I knew it had the Demi Wispy, the 120. I'm pretty sure is the Demi Wispy. It's either 120 or there's a 110 in here, so it's not 110. But yeah, these are the Demi Wispies, which I've already played with these ones. So again, I paid $8.99 for these, and again, it was kind of hard to find. I'm pretty sure they sell Ardell lashes at Rexall, but again, Rexall doesn't have prices online, so I have no idea what I have to go in a store to see their price, but I did find this, I think, on Amazon for $14.99. I'd say this is my one splurge purchase. So I picked up a lip injection lip gloss, and this is in the shade, it's by Too Faced. This is in the shade Soulmate. Again, depending on what order the video is up, I did wear this in a video. Let's get this out. This is what this guy is. I don't regret it. I actually quite like this product. If you don't like lip plumping though, you stay away from this because it's definitely a lip plumper. You're gonna feel it. Sometimes it's a little intense. I've worn it a few times since I've purchased it, and like the one day that I did wear it, I was like, man, I don't really like the way this feels. Also, I got a zit right here, and I think that's from this. So just be aware of that. But I enjoy it. And again, in that video, I was like, I don't know if I, got a good deal on this. It was $14.99, which seemed kind of high. This retails for $34 Canadian on Sephora. And I was like, yes, I got a good deal on this. $20 off? Yes, ma'am. So I don't really regret this. But we'll talk about some of my counts. I have bought all the lip gloss I'm allowed to buy for the year. So there's that guy. And the last thing I want to talk about for purchases is I bought these. Did I need to buy these? This was maybe the other, I didn't need to buy these right now, but I'm glad I bought them because I don't always see them in store. And they had a full stock. The little display was full, and I'm like, yes, ma'am, I am grabbing a couple of these. But this is they're just the Life brand. This is the exfoliating foot mask, and this is the moisturizing foot mask. And I want to point out, way to go, Life brand. They have 2 different sizes. So Life brand, by the way, is like the Shoppers Drug Mart store brand. If you're not from around here, they have a small, medium, and then a large, extra large. They have 2 different sizes. I was like, I think that's kind of awesome because I know some people have complained. I've never had an issue of them being too small because I have teeny tiny feet. I have the smallest feet. I wear children's size shoes. Very small feet. So yeah, so I bought them. Did I need to buy them? No. But I want to use, I was going to use this one actually, and then I just didn't get around to using it last night. This will be an empty fairly soon. I think I might hang on to this one. And both of those were, if you bought two, one of the reasons why I bought two is it's two for $8 or they're $4.99 each. So August. So I spent, ironically, or it's interesting, $77 just even. $77 even, and the value was $119.46, and I brought in 8 items. So it wasn't huge on the value side, especially compared to July. Like July is just a bad reference point for value, or good, super good reference point, I guess. And not too bad again. It's like 2 makeup items, 3 skincare items. I include those foot things as skincare. So yeah, fairly even range. Like August was pretty low key. Even though it wasn't like super value, but I feel like it was a good, I don't feel bad about any of those purchases. But talking about numbers, so the other rule that I have is I can only buy 4 items in like each category. So like 4 lip gloss, I have my lip products spread out, lip products, so like 4 lip glosses, 4 lipsticks, 4 bronzers, 4 highlighters. I can only buy 4 in any category. I'm over budget on my eyeshadow palette. I've purchased 4 eyeshadow palettes. And then, well, I guess the other one I did purchase, but it was unexpected in my lucky bag. So I have 5 eyeshadow palettes. And again, concealers and mascaras are not included in those balances because I'm just buying those to test those. So if you're wondering. But blushes, again, I've had 3 blushes that I bought. I bought a Holika one, the Benefit one, and the Milani one. So I only have room for 1 more blush. Same with bronzer. I bought a Buxom bronzer pretty early in the year, the L'Oreal True Match bronzer and the NARS bronzer, so room for 1 more bronzer. Lip glosses, what did I buy? I bought the Wet n Wild Coffee Cat lip gloss in La Vida Mocha. That was a little bit of a regret. It looks cute. Don't really love it though. The Bite Beauty Yay Sayer Plumping Lip Gloss in Guava Puff, the L'Oreal Glow Paradise one and Feathery Fleur, and then the Too Faced Lip Injection one. Foundation, I've only bought 1 foundation, the Wet n Wild one. What else have we got here? Highlighter, I've only bought 1 highlighter. That's the Pixie Hello Kitty highlighter. 1 lip tint, that's the Burt's Bees lip tint. 1 lipstick, the Too Faced lipstick. And then 1 single eyeshadow, the L'Oreal Caviar Stick. Face powder, though, again, 3 face powders. So Wet n Wild Photo Focus, and they're all loose powder. Wet n Wild Photo Focus loose setting powder, the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and again, I'm counting that KVD setting powder because it is a fairly decent size sample, I feel like. I felt like it was worth counting. Okay, whew, we made it. We made it through the buys. That's a lot of buys. Let's get into the empties. Okay, empties. So again, empties, I have some sort of ways that I'm doing this. I sometimes talk about things that are other items, but they don't count towards my empties value. Sometimes I have declutters that I talk about, but again, they don't count towards my empties value. I am trying to keep like all my makeup declutters and my makeup empties for like an end of year makeup empties. And then again, like I said, I tally up the value of what I paid for the empties, and that becomes part of my budget. But I also try and tally up the retail value of the empties as well, just to see, again, what was the retail value worth. So let's start with the other items. So the first one is I did finish up a candle from Bath & Body Works. This is the Waikiki Beach Coconut Candle. I bought this one last year. I liked this. I'd maybe buy it again. I have this in the skincare I'm currently using. I think it's this, the body cream. It's nice. It's not overpowering. It's a nice scent for me. It's a nice summer scent. I do find summer candles kind of weird. I'm still not like, I don't really love summer candles. They're not like as much as like fall and winter type things for me, or even spring. So I try and keep the summer scents in the candle realm to a minimum. The other thing I have here is a wallflower, and this was in the scent Coconut Colada. This one didn't really smell. It's very, very light. It sort of smelled it smelled when I got it, but I felt like the last like third of it, like, you know when, and it wasn't that I was getting used to the scent, because like I have this wallflower, it's where I plug them in is near where I work during the day, so I get that I get like desensitized to scents, but the one I have right now, it's like tropical breeze or something like that. If I leave my house and I come back in, I can smell it. I'm like, oh, that smells lovely. This one couldn't really smell. So for that reason, I don't think I would purchase this one again. I don't know what the scent notes are on this. Coconut rum, crushed pineapple, and sweet vanilla cream. I mean, I like the sounds of that. I would like that. I would like a pina colada right now, please. But yeah, it just didn't really have a lot of sense. So I don't know if I'd purchase this one again. I don't know if it's worth it. And everything from here on out is empties. I had no declutters this month. So let's maybe start with hair care. I'm going to try and do this in order. Let's do like hair care, skincare, and then makeup. We'll try. There's a lot in the box, just saying. So first thing was the Garnier Fructis Color Shield shampoo. So I talked about the reason why I bought the Monday shampoo is because I was finishing up a shampoo. I also have a is it Dove shampoo that's pretty low. Well, it's at, so I have one at home, like my family home, that's pretty low, and then one here that was actually a bit more full than I thought it was. It was more like 2/3 still full, so I think I'm going to swap them. Take the one that's kind of 2/3 full to my family home, and then bring the one that's almost empty back down here. So that's the plan for that. This was fine. It was like $2.99. It was like the cheapest shampoo. That was like a color one, so that's why I bought it. I'd purchase it again probably. It was fine. I finished a hairspray, a monster hairspray. My head looks so small. This is the Pantene hairspray. It's the volume hairspray. It was fine. It's just a generic hairspray. I didn't really love the scent of this. I don't know about volumizing. It was just a hairspray. Would I repurchase again? Maybe. But I'll probably buy a different one just to try a different one. And then I had this mini Tresemme Fresh Start Volumizing Dry Shampoo. This was fine. I actually quite enjoyed this little guy. I don't even know if I bought this. I must have, because I don't think my mom ever used dry shampoo. It can't be that old. But I don't remember buying this. I don't know when I got it or where I got it. But it's done. Nail stuff, because I think I only have 2 nail items. So the first one is, again, balancing out the buys. This is the Quo Strengthening Nail Polish Remover. So again, finished a nail polish remover, and I bought one. I'm actually finishing up, or I'm working through, I have like an acetone one that I bought for like, I did the like dip nail stuff, but I need to buy, I have the powders, but I need to buy more of like the other components because they all dried out on me. But that's for another day. And then I have an empty. If you're following along on my nail polish journey, I did finish a nail polish, another one. This is the Julep nail polish in Cancer. It was part of their astrology series. Skincare. So a lot of the skincare stuff is like repeat kind of stuff, or stuff that you see regularly if you watch my empties. So one of them is this Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Peel. I love these. I try and ration them. So I used one of those. I find I really like using them. So my skin still goes a little bit crazy when I'm out in the sun. I think it's the sun. It doesn't really matter what sunscreen, although I think some sunscreens do make it a bit worse. So again, I try and avoid being out in the sun, my face being out in the sun too much. But when I do that, I get like a lot of texture and like dryness. So I feel like after my skin's calmed down for a few days, I like to use the peel because I feel like that just, it's like a detox. Get rid of the rest of it and let's move on and back to normal again. So there's that guy. I also finished up one of these face masks. I'm still going on these. This is the Green Tea Essence Face Mask from Esfolio. Again, I don't mind these. I'm not a big sheet mask person. I never really was, to be honest, but I do like these Esfolio ones. I probably have about 12-ish left, I want to say. Like I have like maybe 3 or 4 of these, 3 or 4 of the, maybe like 2 or 3 of the Pearl one, and I think 6 or 7 of the collagen one. I think that's the one I have the most because I think I had like 2 packs of the collagen at one point. Oh, I missed a hair care item. Sorry, I had 4 hair care items. So this is the Bumble and Bumble Hairdressers Invisible Oil. The camera wants to focus on it. This was a mini, but it was kind of expensive. I bought this like was it last winter or the winter before? I bought it in the 20% off sale or 50% off, but it wasn't like on sale. Like that's just when I bought it. I really enjoy this product though. They call it a heat UV protectant primer. So you're supposed to put it on before you blow dry your hair or curl your hair. It says for dry to very dry hair. I felt like this was not enough. I feel like if you are not a huge like hair oil person, or like I don't like putting stuff in my hair. Like when I wash my hair, I'm like, it's clean. Why do I want to put stuff back in it? This is like an okay thing to put back in it. I feel like it doesn't weigh your hair down, and it's nice to use. But I feel like because my hair has been super dry, because of all the like processing done with the bleaching and the dyeing, and this just wasn't enough. Like I feel like I flew through this. I used a lot of the product, and I tried to like not fly through it, like consciously. I could have flew through it faster. So yeah, like would I repurchase this again? Maybe. I think if I could find this like at Winners or Marshalls on sale, I would definitely pick it up then. But yeah, this one, I was actually going to purchase the Verb hair oil. That was at Winners. And like, again, it wasn't too expensive, but I was like, I don't really know. And so I didn't get it. And then eventually like, okay, I have to get a hair oil. Like I finished this guy. So that's why I picked up the one from Shoppers Drug Mart. Finished another one of these guys. This is a Bath & Body Works Ultra Shea Body Cream. I really like the body creams. I don't buy the body lotions really ever, although, I mean, I did just buy that vanilla one. That's because it was like $2. But yeah, I really, really like the body creams. I use these all year round. This is the coconut pineapple one. Really loved this one. I would purchase it again. Yum. Yum, yum. Again, another item that sort of balances out what I purchased. This is a peeling foot mask. This was fine. It did work. Like, it took a while, though. I would say it was, like, more than a week later that the peel happened. It's pretty gross when it does happen. You don't notice it right away, and then all of a sudden you're like, you get out of the shower, and you're going to dry your foot, and you're like, whoa, there's stuff coming off. But yeah, it was fine. It worked. It was a peeling foot mask. I can't remember the price of this, actually. It wasn't super, super affordable. Let me see if I can find this. Where are we? Empties. Yeah, this was like $5.69. So the Life brand ones are cheaper for me to buy. So I don't know if I would purchase this again. This would be more of, and like when I did buy this, it was more of like a get to a certain price for free shipping. I finished a couple things that came in Luxe boxes. So Luxe box is like supposed to be the fancier version of the top box. That's debatable. This was from the skinfeedcosmetics.com. It was the Sphere Peptide Wrinkle Serum. It was fine. It was just a serum. I don't know if it did anything for me, like anything special. But the retail value of this was like $78 or something ridiculously crazy. Like, yeah, no thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. I will not purchase you. I didn't notice a big enough difference with that to be like, oh yeah, it's worth the money for me to purchase. This, again, was another item like that. This was, what is it? The Filorga Time Filler, something or other. I think I got this in a Luxe box. It was just a facial moisturizer. It was interesting. It was very much, it has like a perfumey scent, but the texture and the look of it looked like, what is like the milk in the can? Like what do you call it? It's not powdered milk, but the stuff you use, the carnation stuff that you use when you're baking. Oh my god, I'm totally blanking on what it's called. I'll put it down below because I will remember it. If not, I will Google it. But the look and the texture reminded me so much of the like milk that you use when you're baking that I just kind of wanted to lick it in a weird way. Again, it was fine, but not worth the value. I wouldn't purchase this. I'm literally running out of space to put stuff. I have way too much stuff, which is a good thing. This was actually a pretty darn good Empties. Like, even for doing 2 months, and that seems like a lot, it was still a good 2 months. I also finished this little guy. It was just a quick little sample. I think I got this in the mail, actually. It was the Olay Whip, just their regular moisturizer, their Whip moisturizer. If you have oily skin or you do not like the feel of moisturizer, this is for you. It's almost got a matte texture to it. It's like a matte, it's almost balm feeling, and like, but a bit more creamy than a balm because it's not like a lip balm, but it has that feeling. Like, you know, when a lip balm that's sort of like this, well, this is my other Empty, like Nivea lip balm. It's like the cream version of that. It absorbs in right away. It does not feel like you put moisturizer on at all. Highly, highly recommend this if you have someone in your life or you don't like moisturizer. I'm especially thinking about like when I was a teenager and did not use moisturizer, and I should have used moisturizer. I was terrified to use it because I had oily skin and acne. I feel like this would be a really good one. It's a bit thick, so you'd want to go pretty thin with it, but like it absorbs in right away. So I think this would be a good thing to try if you're like an anti-moisturizer person but want to use moisturizer. Let's just roll into this guy because I talked about this. I talked about this in my lip project. This is the Nivea Hydro Care Lip Balm. One of my favorite lip balms. I will repurchase this again in the future. Sad to see it go. And I have one little fragrance item here. This little sample guy. This was the Clean Reserve. What was it called? Something Fleur. I can't read it right now. Fresh Fleur, I think is what it says on it. It was fine. I'm not a floral person, but this was a floral I could dig. I could totally... Like, I did wear this. Like, I didn't use it as a poopery. I can use it as a bathroom spray. I actually did wear this, and it wasn't too intense of a flower fragrance for me. So like, I feel like I'm coming around to flower fragrances. I still don't love them, like roses, no thank you. Lavender, but like a light, airy floral, I think I can do that. And the rest of the items are makeup items, and I have a fair amount. Well, I have a fair amount of one category, so let's just get them out of the way because the packaging drives me crazy and they keep like falling open and I keep losing them. There's 2 sets of eyelashes in here. There's 2 sets of eyelashes in here. Well, there's one missing, but I know it's stuck to something in my drawer. So there's 2 in there. And then there's 1 set of lashes in here. Demi Wispies from Ardell. So that's what, 5 sets of lashes. So the way I've categorized them, I'm not sure what a couple of them are, but I'm pretty sure 3 of them are Demi Wispies. So I've categorized 3 as Demi Wispies. One was, and again, I'm not sure which one it is, but one was these Kiss little black dress lashes, which I liked. I thought they were quite nice. And then one of these, this set in here that looks a little bit crazy, because it is a little bit crazy, I think came in like a Halloween set with some other like glitter or something like that. And I'm just like, let's get rid of those. I think I tried. No, I didn't even try them because like they're huge. They're way too big. So I'm never ever going to use those. So those are gone. Calling them all empties because that is it. I am done with them. So that's what, 5 sets of lashes that I got rid of, which I'm pretty proud of myself. There's probably a couple more that I should get rid of. Some of the magnetic ones are, I think the magnet fell off one of them, and one of the other ones is just like, it's not sticking anymore. I think there's been too much rubbing on it, and like, I don't know, it doesn't seem to be sticking very well. So I might be getting rid of a couple of the magnetic ones, which makes me sad because I just bought the magnetic liner. And yeah, I have found Quo has magnetic lashes that you can just buy separately without the liner, because it seems like you can always buy the liner, but it's hard to find lashes without the liner. I've also noticed too that the Ardell, I think it's like a Demi Wispy magnetic lash, there's 2 kinds. I found one that had, like the one I had like 5 magnets on it, which was good because I had to cut off a section, but the other ones that I found only had 3 magnets. So if you cut off, you cut it, you lost a magnet, which is kind of dumb, guys. So that's the trick with the magnetic ones, is finding ones that have enough little, the ones that I bought with the liner, the kit that I got, they actually have magnets like almost all the way along. And I saw one that had like, yeah, like it was like a magnetic strip almost. And it's like, yeah, you need that, because if you cut it and you lose a magnet off the end, then the end's just flapping in the wind and not useful. So lots of lashes that I used. A little makeup wipe. This was stolen from a hotel, but super helpful when I was away the other weekend and just needed a wipe. So use that up. This is a spoiler. So I finally finished my Bella Pierre HD setting spray. I did not really care for this, to be honest. I don't even think it did anything. The camera focused on the product. This is the product. I think this is like a deluxe size. I think you can buy a full size, but I was using this in my Urban Decay spray, which it still was not that great in the Urban Decay spray. It was a bit sputtery at the end, especially. This is not a spoiler because I already talked about this. This is the eyeshadow from the Real Her palette in the shade Fabulous that I finished up. This doesn't actually, it counts as an empty, but there's no value because I've previously counted the palette in the numbers. So like as a number, I think. Well, I put it in declutter, so I don't know. So I'm not, there's no dollar value to this. It's just, but I am counting it as an empty, an eyeshadow empty. This is, again, not a spoiler. This is the Hourglass Translucent Veil Setting Powder. I use this. It's done. I won't repurchase this. Again, not another item. I don't think any of these are spoilers. I think I've talked about all of these. Oh, maybe one more is a spoiler. This is the Douce Boombastic mascara. I liked this mascara. It just dried out really, really fast. Like faster than even the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. But if you like L'Oreal Lash Paradise, you'd probably like this mascara. I don't know how common this brand is. I think it's from Germany. I've only ever got it in the subscription boxes. But yeah, it was a nice mascara. 2 eyeliners that I finished. So one is the Ciate Fierce Flicks liner, which you can't tell because all the writing is done. And then the Marc Jacobs Highliner, blacker eyeliner. Really did not like this near the end. This was one of those products that I thought I might be sad that, because Marc Jacobs is like done. I don't know what they're doing, but they don't seem to be selling these, or they are, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this. But I feel like I scratched an itch with this because I tried the minis. The minis were dry as the desert when I got them. So I was super excited to find this at Winners and try it. It's fine, but I didn't love it, to be honest. So I'm okay. I scratched that itch. I don't think I'd buy it again, even if I saw it at Winners. And I think this is a spoiler. I don't think I've talked about this as being an empty, but I think in my last project pan update, this was really, really close to being done. So this is the No Problem Primer from Touch and Soul. So I finished another primer, a full-size primer too. I like this primer. I definitely would repurchase this. I've seen this at like Winners and Marshalls, so I wouldn't purchase it full price, but I would definitely, if I saw it, I have to go through some other primers, but I could see myself repurchasing this if I saw it at Winners and Marshalls. So that's it. Whew. That is it. That was a lot of items, a lot of makeup items, which I'm really proud of myself about, or for. So in total, so I counted all my empties as the month of August because I was not tracking what I finished in July versus August. I literally just counted everything up today. So I finished up 28 items with a paid value of $139.31 and a retail value of $373.63. So I feel like that's really good. Like 28, even if I split that between months evenly, it's 14 and 14. That's my best 2 months. June was 13, but still, best 2 months overall. So I'm really, really happy with my progress right now on my empties. And that was, 13 makeup items. I know it was like 5 sets of lashes, but still, like, that's really good for me for empties, for makeup, for sure. So it was a really, really good summer in terms of empties, I feel like. And we're not even at the end of summer. I'm just filming this a little early because I need to get her done. But numbers, let's talk about numbers. So heading into July, I only had a tiny little budget of $34.69. My July purchases were $63.06. So end of July, my budget was actually negative $28.37. I had no idea what my end of July budget was though until, again, today when I finally did my numbers. So I was kind of going in on the negative. And then in August, which I've already talked about, I spent $77. So in total, I spent over the summer $140.06. But my value of my empties was $139.31. So where am I ending up? Because that's just numbers. I feel like I'm just throwing out numbers. I think I've done this right. If I've done it wrong, I will let you know. My budget is basically the same. There's like, what, $1 there difference? So I have $33.94 for my September budget. And I don't want to jinx myself for saying this, but I do want to cool my heels in September. I feel like I scratched a big itch with that order from Shoppers Drug Mart with all those items, and I'm really enjoying playing with all the different items. There's nothing right now that I feel like I really want or any sort of gap in terms of buying anything, and not even a gap in terms of like I have a lot of videos that I still need to do. Like sometimes it's like, okay, I feel like I have a gap. There's a good month coming up where I could like, buy some products from a particular brand to review or, something like that. But no, I don't even feel like doing that. Like I have a lot on my plate right now. I don't feel like buying anything. If I do buy something, it's because I'm replacing something. And again, in makeup land, that's going to be a big fat zero likely, because there's nothing I need to replace. I have been eyeing, and I say this every time, I'm still in that like eyeshadow palette mode though, if I see a NARS palette that I wanted. And there's been a couple of, the Norvina palette is kind of one that I don't know. I've already seen some people in the States, and I think it's like $24.99 or $29.99 in the States. I'm like, oh, here it's going to be like $40 probably. So like, I don't know. If it's too expensive, I don't think I'll get it, but I am kind of eyeing it. I've never bought an ABH eyeshadow palette. I don't mind buying it like secondhand, I guess. It's not really secondhand, but through Winners or Marshalls. But yeah, I'm kind of on that. And it was funny because I think I said last time too, when I talked about eyeshadow palettes, like if Too Faced came out with one that in the fall that was really good, like their sort of holiday one. I don't know if you've seen the preview of the holiday one. I'm just like, wah wah. I think it's, well, we've seen this before. There's nothing, and I don't even think it's in tin packaging. At least from the screenshot, it doesn't look like it's tin packaging. It looks like it's cardboard packaging. And it looks just like the Spice palette, or like, I have the extra spicy. It looks just like those. Like, it looks exactly the same. So I'm like, no thanks, I'm good. So that's good. Thanks, Too Faced. You saved me some money, Too Faced, by being boring. So yeah, so that is my buys and buys. Again, I'll put everything I brought in, the value number and the value, and then everything that went out over the past 2 months. I'm just going to combine the 2 months so we can see the 2 months together. And that's where I'm feeling really happy with this month. Even like I look at my thing and every month I'm always over budget, but I'm feeling pretty good right now in terms of what I brought in and what's going out. Like I'm not feeling stressed about it at all. We're in a good place. The one thing in my life I'm not feeling stressed about right now, so we'll take it as a win. Anyway, if you like this video, feel free to give a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.